What's up, guys? It's Sebastian SFTH1 here, and we're back with more Bravely Default. Last time, we finished up the introduction of the game, met all four of our heroes, as you can see, properly ab-linked them, set up their jobs, and got a little backstory. And yeah. Now that we're all set up, I also set up their new costumes that they will have for the rest of the game. Except Adia. Adia might get one more. And, yeah. We're going to just be getting into it. So we're now on the next continent where Anchiem is. And that's where we're going to be heading. So, let's go. There it is.
Apprehend the vessel by any means necessary. Seems the Council of Six is growing desperate.
Those were their words. I've relayed them to you. My contract states I'm to receive payment for my troubles from you.
Then your contract is mistaken. I've heard nothing of the sort. Bah, fine. You'll have your fee. But I am taking the small discount. Only fair as a regular customer, eh?
If you must.
Still, this vessel is quite the little monster, no? To have this Sky Knight so undone. If the margin is high enough, I would tackle a behemoth bare-handed. But until I see a profit, I'll not move an inch. Business is business, yes?
Anchiem, land of sand and time. Never expected to find such a clockwork wonder in the middle of the desert. Yeah, it's great, but this heat, ugh, feels so gross. The heat was always allayed by a steady breeze, but now the wind has stopped. The air is stagnant. But the water, is the contraption drawing up drinking water? I believe so. I recall hearing it was quite costly last I was here. Well, it is an impressive machine. Wait, you mean the water? Indeed. I was surprised to learn water came free in Caldissa. I've always known something to be bought, so you can imagine my delight. More importantly, Agnes, what are the women here? Are they beautiful, passionate, devoted? Where would you suggest a date spot? I need a list of good restaurants, if you please. Unacceptable! Ah, ring a bell. You've never mistaken us. So we've got the inn. I would recommend staying at the inns at least once. It costs money, but whatever. Excited about your first real journey? Good. There's no point if it stops being fun. So we've got a potion shop here. We got another party chat, but we got our weapon shop here. You can now buy new stuff. Just woke up and already that tired it is. In this city, you notice how there are always gears turning someplace close? Sure. The sound is deafening at times. Little wonder this place is known for its grand clock. The noise is bad, but the vibration is worse. I can't get to sleep with that. I'm surprised you're so high-strung. Surprised. I'm just of your ability to pass it at any time, anywhere, Adia. Do you need a bit more rest, Tiz? Oh no, I'll be fine. Let's get going. The reason why I said stop at every inn is you get a special party chat thing about each city. And we got our magic shop. You get these guys here.
Silence, one and all! Your king Camo the Eighth speaks.
My people, I thank you for your tireless efforts. As you are well aware, our glorious nation's production has suffered a harsh fall since the wind's cessation brought the Grand Mill to a halt. Without nature's former bounty, our turbines went completely still. They sit as silent as the desert night. In the wake of this crisis, you rose up and took matters literally in hand, operating the turbines manually. I, your king, lack words to thank you for your hard work. However, I am much aggrieved to say that energy production is less than 1/5 its former total. At this rate, our proud kingdom, renowned for its unparalleled industry, is doomed to ineluctable decline. I find myself without recourse but to revisit my prior fiat regarding the schedule of all able-bodied citizens. Henceforth, labor shall commence at 0900 hours and will extend beyond the current 1659 until 2059, effective immediately.
What? We're flesh and blood. We need rest.
In so doing, turbine output is expected to rise to 30% of its former value before the wind ceased output of...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Grave news! Just
What? The Vestal? Be calm, my children. I know your pain all too well. My heart bleeds just as yours. But I ask that you join me in remembering the cause of our woes. The crystal orthodoxy and the Vestal's indolence. Therein lies the true cause of the wind's absence. And what has the great Vestal done since the air went still? What did she do in the face of your suffering? She abandoned you, fled the country to save herself alone. In this, Anchem's first and direst hour of need, the Vestal we loved and trusted is powerless or unwilling to help. Though it pains me deeply to tell you of these things, I cannot deny this simple truth. What resolution can be brought about to this terrible crisis? The crystal orthodoxy is naught but a hollow creed. What result have years of worship at the altar of the crystal brought us? Once more I say it. It is by our own hands that we shall push this glorious kingdom ever forward. Onward to still greater glory!
There. Just now, that leer. That was aimed at us.
Seems that little speech was for your benefit, Agnes.
It's slander is what it is. That creep's giving you no chance at all to defend yourself.
Agnes.
The angst! You seemed on edge during that whole speech. You don't have to bottle it all up. I'm no expert, but I'm happy to listen. I cannot deny that the people of Anchiem are dissatisfied with my work as Vestal. I have no intention of making excuses. But you didn't run away either, right? The king asked me directly. He said that terrible things were happening in Caldissa and asked that I investigate. Yet now he paints an entirely different picture. I cannot understand his need to lie. Does he bear me some grudge? Have I done him some slight? You regretting listening to him in the first place? No, I do not regret my time in Caldissa. Seeing that chasm firsthand showed me precisely what it is I must do. And you met Tiz there too. Anyway, that's hardly... I'm glad you came and saw the chasm too. You've shown me a path forward. Blessed is the person who is needed by someone else. What's this? What are we talking about? Nothing? It's nothing. Why are you hiding it? Come on, don't let me out. I want to know. Unacceptable to me and to Tiz, right, Tiz? Yes, ma'am. Aw, ain't that sweet.
Agnes oblige, Vestal of Wind. His Majesty bids you come.
Ah, I see you've returned, Vestal. Why then did you not come to me for an audience immediately? I was dreadfully worried, you know. I'd begun to think you'd fallen victim to some terrible accident. So, what of the Caldislan Chasm?
I fear it was worse even than your Majesty had imagined.
So tell me, was it worse than the state of your own nation? Are you even aware of the situation here?
The wind remains still.
And the Grand Mill be calmed. I'm pleased to see you're not totally ignorant. The turbines that form the heart of this kingdom, the greatest symbols of her wisdom, now turn by hand. The hands of our citizens, compulsory labor service. Our survival hinges now upon their sacrifice. And even that will not last forever. We need that mill turning again soon. Not by our citizens' hands, but by the wind. And whose job is it to see that the wind blows, if not the Vestals? I can think of no other value you provide, save that. Anyway, will you now end the suffering your negligence has caused to this land? To its people? Or is that beyond your abilities? Perhaps you would sooner run again. Turn away from the plight of your people.
If that is all His Majesty wished to say, I'll be on my way. I haven't the time to waste here.
What? I'll not be spoken to like this! Just whose fault do you think this mess is, girl?
That could have gone better. Not that I blame you for getting mad.
Mad? I felt no anger, only fear. The king frightens me.
His tone was far from pleasant, but he didn't seem dangerous.
The people who had come to hear him speak frighten me the same. Everyone in this city, they see me only as the Vestal, not a human being. I don't know how to speak to them. Just thinking on it sets my legs to trembling.
That explains the tense look you've worn since we've landed here.
Personally, I felt amazing after that little conversation. Did you see his face? It was purple. I nearly laughed out loud.
I tuned him out about halfway through his speech myself. I never did have much attention span for listening to men go on. Now, women.
In any case, we'd best hurry to the temple. It's all that I can do.
Blue marks on your map. So, we're going to be doing those as part of the story. So what is this temple like exactly? I have no idea what to expect. It's a holy place that has been the center of worship for millennia. For each crystal is white a Vestal, who spends her lifetime steady prayer. Vestalings, girls chosen as successors to the Vestals, go to live in the temples. They leave its premises only very rarely, and so, to a Vestal, the temple is also a home. A flower garden with no boys allowed. Be quiet, ring a bell. So you were inside the temple ever since you became a Westling? It's quite rare to leave, save for a few public rites each year. Doesn't mean you were all alone, wasn't it hard? I was not alone, no. The Mother Vestal, my predecessor, raised me to serve in her place. And then there were the Acolytes. They would go into town and purchase all we needed. When you left for this journey, I guess it's proof it's important. No, even so, I never intended to leave the temple. Never intended any of this. Okay. So our first blue mark on the map is over here.
Ah, good day! I believe this is our first meeting, yes? Erutis Profiteer, chairman of the Camel and Profiteer Merchantry, at your service. How kind of you to pay me this visit. Now, what is it you are needing today? We are the only purveyor of water licensed by the king himself, and we take pride in our product. No effort is spared in providing the cleanest, freshest water possible. The results are clear. Water humor, yes? Ah, but I have lost the time again. I have appointments waiting, my friends. Let us speak again soon. Guard! Our honored guests are leaving. See they are seen out. Have a refreshing day.
Water, dying, so thirsty. You're right, sir, there's a well nearby. I'll go get some water. No, don't, I'm fine, just leave me. What? That well is under the management of the Camera and Profiteer Merchantry. Unauthorized withdrawal of well water is a prosecutable offense. If you want a free drink, go to the Oasis.
Feeling parched. Can we stop for a drink of water?
You, stop. This well is property of the Camera and Profiteer Merchantry. Unauthorized withdrawals are strictly prohibited.
Withdrawals? There are people out here going thirsty!
No, there are peasants going thirsty. If you want a free drink so badly, go join the other rabble at the Oasis.
Alright, let's go see what that Oasis is then. Oasis should be right there.
Help! Someone!
What's wrong?
Thieves! I've been robbed!
What?
They took my water, my pack, even the camel I rode in on. They took everything! That man from the merchantry didn't say anything about this. He told me to come here, said it was safe. How am I supposed to survive if I have to risk my life every time I need water?
Try to stay calm. Do you know where these thieves are now?
They're right behind you!
Let's see. 2, 4, 6, maybe 40 in all? That's quite the little band they've assembled.
We'll take care of this, sir. You go ahead. Get out of here!
Hey! Just what are you doing? Letting a good mark go? Our good mark, mind!
We couldn't stand to watch you cowards just do as you pleased.
You have to stop this. Drop everything you've stolen and leave this place at once!
What's this then? Who are they? I've got no word of this lot. Leave it out, it's too hot for this. Change of plans, boys. We're done here.
Wait! Leave the goods you stole!
Not familiar with how thieving works, then? I'm cross enough already. And to heck with this thirst. The needles in my throat are driving me mad. I need a drink. This anger won't leave me till this thirst has. We're out, boys!
Hey! I said wait!
Stop, Tiz. I feel the same, but they're too many. We can't take them head on.
Ah, but I know where we can. Harna Ruins. Okay, you want to be careful here. Now, I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but... well, that's a dead end. There is traps in these dungeons that apply status effects, and they aren't kind. That's one of them. You see the trap? Oh. That was a waste of time. This entire... okay, there it is. There are secret passageways, so just heads up. Like, for example, I'll just show the bottom screen. This entire area is off the map. So be mindful when you go places. They do like to do that. Oh, we got hit. What? My eyes, I can't see! Blind gas, where did it come from? Be careful, everyone, this is clearly a trap, and our main aim was completely shot. We can't go rushing into melee with attacks with Brave. Don't want to miss and then have just to stand there turn after turn. Still, even blind, I can see the core of a woman's heart clear as day. The things that really matter can't be seen by the eye. Gah! Ring a bell, stop spouting gross nonsense and watch where you're stepping. Even when you're not blind, you still can't pass your big fat mouth. Dear, don't go stomping. Ow! And again, where are those eye drops? Well, I'll take that. He should have... I have 16 of them. So, you can see status effects. See the little eye under each character? That tells you we're blind. So... There we go. Oh, one other thing. Besides the remedy curing everything, this is a teleport stone. It's basically, as it says, something that lets you get right back to a dungeon's entrance immediately. It's a quick teleport out. Of course, you know what that saying means.
What's this now? The ones from the Oasis, is it? You're the rat sneaking about the place?
Why do you persist in these awful deeds? You must return the articles you stole!
One of you muzzle this dog's yapping, would you? Be a friend. And what? Don't tell me you came all this way just to vomit a few platitudes out on my floor. This place is nothing but sand and hypocrites. Drives a man mad. And this thirst, these daggers in my throat, all the water in the desert can't dull their edge.
The people you robbed at the Oasis were thirsty too. They risked their lives to get at that water, and you...
Spare me the lecture. You come to convert me? Set me on the straight and narrow? Teach me to follow the rules, be a good little sheep, live an honest life? Out here, honest lives end quick. The desert's a beast, and it's always hungry. The city's no different. There are only two kinds of folk in this world, make no mistake. The takers and the taken from. My worthless parents were easy marks, textbook victims, and still, they grit their teeth and tried hard as they could to get through each day. Till the day came they couldn't feed a family of 3, so they cut loose their kid and disappeared.
They just left you?
The city just took and took till they had nothing left. Their own brat became a burden, so they dumped him like a bag of sand. Daft, eh? Absolutely stupid. If surviving means pinching from other folk, I'll happily join the takers.
Are you sure they left because you were a burden to them? Maybe they swallowed their tears and left you in the city in hopes that you, at least, could find happiness there.
Aye. Or maybe they left me because they didn't have the guts to kill me themselves. You don't know a stinking thing about them.
You're right. I don't know their reasons. But they do. If they're still alive, you can go and ask them. You can track them down and make them explain themselves. Make them answer for their choices. You can yell and scream and fight as long as you like. As long as it takes. You can work on forgiving them. But you haven't done any of that. You've stayed here sulking and festering all your life. That's far dafter to me!
My throat! This accursed thirst, it's worse than ever. You, this is your fault! You smug, delusional, self-righteous little lambs make me sick! I'll take everything. Everything from you! Oi, Chief! Kent! Get your horns in here!
I assume your calling me means this conversation is over.
Aye, that's enough words. I'm choking on this lot's hypocrisy. I want them stripped to the bone!
I care nothing for your reasons, and still less for your ideals. My assistance hinges only on the weight of your coin purse.
She's heavy enough. You'll have your pay.
Then we've a contract, and you will have your money's worth.
Time to fuck some people up. And
my contract ends here. I'll take my leave.
What? Chief, I don't understand.
Your odds are poor, and I don't take poor clients.
Go then! They all abandoned me in the end. A fitting end. Everything taken away. So thirsty.
That's actually the longest the boss has survived. 2 hits from the other guy, and then about 4 hits from the other one. The Thief Asterisks. Da 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 da.
Will you look at all this? And every bit of it's stolen, no doubt. We need to get these back to their owners.
You'll want to have a look at this first. It's rather stunning.
Then...
Those thieves were under the employ of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry.
And the people suffering? Did it mean nothing to them so long as they reaped a profit? Despicable! Seems I've found another entry for my black as pitch list. This is unforgivable. We have to stop them! The people will continue to suffer as long as these degenerates hold the kingdom's water ransom. I say we storm the place and set this matter straight right now!
So you remember how I mentioned those teleport stones? Now would be a perfect time. In fact, do I have a teleport spell? I forget. I don't think so. Oh, wait. I forgot how teleport works. Yep, there it is. Escape from a dungeon or a battle. So let's go back to the city now. I'm gonna save the game.
What? Remunerations for the lost caravan? It was stolen, along with my supplies and my camels.
And this is not my responsibility, eh? You failed to protect your investments. You! We had a contract, my friend. The provisions for loss and damages were clearly written in the fine print.
Even so, I can't be made to pay for the damages when I've just had all my possessions stolen. I'll be out on the streets.
This is not my concern. You will pay. Or, if you prefer, I can be asking your wife for this money. Your daughter? Hmm?
Wait, please! Leave my family out of this!
That's enough!
Hmm? Why are you here? Eavesdropping, are you?
Sir, you don't owe this rotten band of fraudulent crooks a single peeg. You are free to be on your way.
I feel this joke is not funny. I have business with this gentleman. We have no time for baseless accusations.
Then what of accusations with concrete proof?
Oh? And just what is that, huh?
A little souvenir snatched from the lair of the thieves prowling the oasis of late. It bears your signature, Chairman, as well as your orders to attack any citizens approaching the oasis.
What? Then when they... And you were planning to rob me now a second time!
Ah, this day. No luck at all. I suppose this is a result of trusting that useless urchin to perform a simple task.
Then you don't deny it? Release the city's wells to the public then, immediately!
I beg your pardon? Just who are you to be issuing the orders, girl? As I told you before, this is a business. If you are too poor, this is your problem. Stupid enough to be tricked, your problem. Don't like it? Go earn some money, eh?
Money, money, money. These are human lives. Ugh, this is useless. I'm shutting you down right now.
We will be seeing about that. Sigma Kint, I have work for you.
Paying work, I assume?
You! From the Thieves' Den! You'd help this crook?
Provided his pockets are heavier than yours, yes. I care nothing past that. Irutus Profiteur, Merchant of Death. Do we have an agreement?
But of course! And I'm feeling generous today. Kill them all, and I'll earn a bonus!
Contract established. You'll have your money's worth.
And here we go! So I'm gonna get rid of Kint right now.
Our agreement ends here. This is what your money buys.
What? I've paid you a small fortune!
Any further, and I'll be placing my life on the line. That bears a surcharge of 51.2 billion peeg.
That's not a surcharge! It's a national budget! You're mad!
Then this is farewell. Best of luck.
This is fraud! I'll see you reported for this!
Let's stun the guy his ass.
Money! All my money! My...
Or DA can just kill him now. It works. Merchant. and take over. Use your money to actually do damage. Of course, this is also the best way to grind for money in the game. It's really good. There's a person on YouTube who actually went over a strategy how to use merchant and get all the money from it.
I'm still just livid! I never knew people this unbelievably foul even existed! I'm just glad we managed to root out the ones causing Anchem's people such suffering. And just look at these papers! It's proof of one crime after the next. I can only pray this will make life here a bit less difficult.
At the risk of repeating myself, you'll want to have a look at this. No signature this time. A memo of profiteers, perhaps?
Whatever it is, it stinks. The merchantry might not be the only snakes involved in this scheme.
It bears checking. Let's have a look for ourselves at the mill tonight.
Alright, so this rabbit hole isn't over. When they say the mill, by the way, they mean over here. So after a rest, should be nighttime now, right? Oh, no, it's not. Alright, so we gotta wait a little bit of time. Let time pass to get to night. Shouldn't take that long. You can enjoy the song with me. The song will always go in that loop, and then once the softer side is done, it will go into the larger side, the daytime. Let's get up here. Let's get up here. It's nighttime. Trying to remember how I can view. Nope.
I'm still just livid! I...
At the...
He can repeat cutscenes. Notice the change of location period regarding on price. Approach the door near 30 hours. 5 times. 2-second intervals.
No signature this time. A memo of...
Yeah, this guy should be gone now. Give it a little bit more. Oh, that guy's still there. I'll just wait a little bit longer. Now it's daytime. I don't think we can do it yet. If I remember. That's right. That's fucking right. We can't yet because there's certain points in the story where submissions will unlock gradually as you complete the main story. So I don't think we can do that yet. But we are going to go over here to the Temple of Wind. I know we're at 47 minutes, but whatever. The Temple of Wind.
Do you feel that?
Monsters. Monsters roaming here, and quite a few.
Inside the temple? How? What happened to this place, Agnes?
The Crystal of Wind was swallowed up in darkness.
Darkness?
Yes, at the chasm in Kaldisla. It opened at the same time the crystal lost its light. And the dark that consumed it continues to breed more darkness still. I expect that font of shadows is to blame for drawing these creatures here.
Not good.
Yet we've no choice. Keep vigilant as we proceed. A moment's distraction could prove fatal.
What was your daily life here for you, Agnes? Life in the temple? The acolytes and I offered prayers to the crystal every day without fail. Ooh, no days off. The sole purpose for the Vestal and the acolyte's existence is to see those prayers go on unbroken. I see. Each day we would awaken with the sun and perform morning prayers. I couldn't drag myself out of bed that early. It's about bedtime for me. Sure, because you're out philandering all night. So if you wake up at dawn, when you go to sleep. Our days ended with the sun setting. It sounds very disciplined, harsh even. Perhaps, but I cherished it. Even now I long to return to that life dearly. don't know why I opened the chest, but whatever.
This is terrible.
It's like a storm swept through in the middle of supper. What are these scraps of cloth? Habits. Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. They belong to the acolytes who lived here. They were tasked with looking after me. I owe them all so much.
Where have they gone?
Just awful. It's in complete chaos.
Yet swallowed up in silence. And in that stillness, grief. This place is steeped in sadness.
The women here made themselves a human shield that I might get away.
And now, all of them gone. It's Narende all over again.
Yet, I haven't the leisure to send them on, or to mourn them. I'm not allowed even the luxury of grief. They sacrificed themselves that I might protect the crystal. I'll not betray them, I swear it. No matter what happens.
Surely, you can allow yourself to grieve.
I pray for them, that they may know peace. But for now, I must press onward. The crystal altar is just beyond. Follow me. It's enormous!
Even hearing the stories, I'd never expected.
Alright, give me 1 second. This might hurt your ears, so I would recommend muting for the next 3 seconds. Yeah, there's some popping, and it's gonna have to deal.
No! Its light is dimmer still than when I left. I've watched over the crystal all my life, but this... I've never seen this.
We need to release it from the darkness. Agnes, you know what to do, don't you?
The Mother Vestal, my predecessors showed me as a child. A right to cleanse the crystal of any evil to befall it. I'm to sharpen my focus to a single point and align my breathing to the thrum of the crystal's natural rhythm. Every Vestal to come before me has poured her prayers into the crystal. The time has come to draw upon that store of will and awaken it.
You do your office proud. Now for the final step.
The Vestal garb.
Right. Without that to serve as a conduit, you won't be able to set the crystal to resonating.
The Mother Vestals was stored in the reliquary.
Lead the way. Once we have that, we can begin the rite of awakening.
Alright, so we have to go grab that, the Vestal garb. It got caught. Should be right over here, right?
That's the garb you need?
Yes, this is it. But the dark has beaten us here.
Oh, look at it. It's in tatters. And it must have been such a beautiful piece.
It may not serve its function in this state, yet no other set remains to us.
What now, then? We can't perform the rite without it.
Why not give it a try as is? Even without its sacred power, the frock is deliciously holy.
Stop talking, Ring-a-Bell.
If this garb is destroyed, can we make a new one?
A set of holy vestments used in some miraculous ritual? Sure, Tiz. Let me ask my tailor.
No, he's right. That's it. We must speak with the old sage of the Yuliana Woods. He has seen to the creation of the Vestal's garbs and other ceremonial tools for generations. There's no finer craftsman. I met him only once, as a small child together with the Mother Vestal. More than a decade has passed. I cannot say whether he is still there, or even alive, but
if he can make us a new set of vestments, why are we still standing around talking? I've never heard of these woods. Where are they? How will we get there?
I recall the forest being uncommonly dense. Also, there was a lake.
If it's large enough to float a ship, I'll land us there. Now, what of the ladies of Yuliana? Are there many ladies?
Ignore him. Can we be certain this lake hasn't rotted through like the oceans? That's not how I fancy ending my life.
Well, what does Ring-a-Bell's journal have to say on the matter?
Let's have a look. Ah, here we are. Yuliana, yes. The hidden heart of an ancient wood, northeast of Anchiem.
Given the book's owner, I half expected some note about the lack of women there.
Women or no, that's our next destination.
Indeed, but since we're going, let's hope for ladies.
That's our boy for you. Alright, we're at literally the end. So let's try. It might work now. Nope, the guy's still there. Alright, so I think that's a good place to stop. That being said, we will continue from here next time on Bravely Default, and we'll see just what is this extra layer of corruption, and hopefully we'll find that old man in Juliana Woods to repair the vestments so we can awaken the crystal wind. See you guys next time.